Hey there guys, I'm Will and welcome to the Comedy Review, the show we all found since RPM stopped uploading. What's that? You want to come out? No, I don't think so. It's also the show where we talk about things that happen in motorsport. Things like this. Aston Martin become the first team to reveal their 2025 F1 car. Williams celebrate the holidays with Alex Albon, James Vowels and a suspicious white liquid. And Ferrari force Carlos to read his P45 for a TikTok video.
We are firmly convinced that this is not a farewell, but a see you later. Vamos, Carlos, and as always, Forza Ferrari.
But anyway, whatever.
All that to come. No, I don't feel comfortable saying that with him on my screen. Anyway, we start here. George Russell's had a fun few weeks. Mercedes are saying they'll be competitive in 2025, which is like Boeing saying they think their planes are safe. Also, his boyfriend's left him for an Italian, and Dutch border control want to kill him, so he can't even get over that in Amsterdam's red light district. And all this has now clearly taken its toll, as this shocking footage reveals, with Russell being asked to show off his best goal celebration, the result looking more like something out of Les Miserables, portrayed by the mentally ill.
I'd keep it pretty low key. I think we'd be like, come on, yes, woo, come on, baby, and then just.
Please kill me. That poor man. I hope someone does kill him.
The Britain's delusion hit new heights this week as he went on record claiming he never expected his role as an ambassador for the GPDA to be so political, which is a bit like saying you never expected to crawl out of your Boeing airliner in 60 million pieces. For the Drive to Survive viewers out there, GPDA stands for the Grand Prix Drivers Association, a union of sorts where Russell attempts to manage the complaint to the world's 20 fastest man-children, all while wearing a cardigan that cost more than your dad. Russell inherited the position of ambassador after Romain Grosjean was literally fired for making an impression of a Boeing landing, but now claims he wasn't expecting this political role to be so political after all. This of course follows his rather public bust-up with Ice Age protagonist Max Verstappen, who at one point allegedly accused the Briton of having, quote, FIA buddies, except these same buddies were kind enough to ignore George's public letter a few months ago. What we've actually worked out is that Woody here has no friends, which actually is quite sad if you think about it. George thought he was signing up for sensible chats about runoff areas. Instead, he's presiding over something that makes a kindergarten brawl look more like the UN. Frankly, I'd need a stress ball, 3 cans of bull semen, and a desk smooth enough to smash my head against. Which brings me neatly to this. Your mouse mats are too small. It's a common complaint I get all the time when inviting people into the bedroom, but that's a problem I'll never have to suffer from again, thanks to the guys over at Epic Desk. They sent across this lovely design that encompasses the new branding perfectly, and finally lets me move from my old pad that I've been limited to for the last 5 years. Let me know in the comments if you remember these days, by the way. And if green's not your colour, I've worked with them on some other designs you can view through clicking on the link in the description down below. Now I'll be honest, I'm no guru when it comes to mouse mats, but this one feels really premium, and having had it integrated into my setup for a few days now, it's solved problems and given me freedoms I didn't know I had or needed. What's more, you can have your very own FP1 mouse mat for yourself, or choose from any of Epic Desk's other designs using the link in the description down below. I'll be transparent here and say that if you do that, I get a little bit of commission as well. So if you want to help support the channel and get a little something for yourself, this limited edition merch will only be available until January 31st, so get in while stocks last. And as always, a huge thank you to Epic Desk for sponsoring the video. Aston Martin has spent the last year working out exactly what they want to be. They've got a new factory in full swing, hired Adrian Newey for 2026, yet still cling on to Lance Stroll for some reason. One of the Canadians' primary sponsors is construction equipment company JCB, a pretty good arrangement as the team gets a ton of money and JCB get a ton of screen time when Lance twats it into a wall. Now the pair have collaborated, making this, an Aston branded thing with big wheels and flaps, and it's called Dr. Ven for some reason. The company have also attempted to appeal to the younger generation because nothing says trendy and cool like a big load-all. They've done this by attempting to make this one of those ASMR videos, except the sounds make me feel less calm and more likely to walk into the JCB factory brandishing a pair of AK-47s. And for legal reasons, that is a joke. Please don't shoot up the JCB factory like an American middle school. On a real though, I don't understand this content. Oh, look, he's opened a door. Now he's stroking it. Oh, don't tell me he's about to flick the button. Now, I appreciate I grew up in a time when the pools were popular, but what the f*** has happened to this generation? racism, and following the news of Liam Lawson's Red Bull signing last week, some Yuki Tsunoda fans are not at all happy about it. After Yuki attempted to shed some heartfelt light on the situation, implying that he needs to drag his RB to podiums and pole positions if he wants a chance at the main team, a bellend attempted to correct him by saying, "No baby, you need to be white." This is the sort of comment that I expected F1 Twitter to rally behind, but in a rare example for the fanbase, they consulted the history books to prove this bellend wrong. You know, I'm actually quite impressed. "Someone go tell Albon he's white" was one of my favourite responses, with many pointing out Checo's ethnicity as well. It's fair some need reminding after how forgettable the Mexican was in 2024. On the alternate end of the spectrum, however, is this man, who's apparently been following F1 for 40 years, and is still just as brain dead as anyone else on the fucking platform. Dementia Unchained here claims you need to be British to be in with a chance for a Red Bull seat. Wise words when you remember the last British driver to race for the team was Jake Dennis in 2023. That was just for an FP1 session, and if you want to get technical, the last British Red Bull driver was Chinny McChinface in 2008, and that entire sentence has just made the whole of Scotland unsubscribe. What all these people need to realise is that this has nothing to do with race at all. Remember how close Yuki Tsunoda is linked with Honda, and where they're going for 2026. So actually, Red Bull's decision is not to do with the colour of Yuki's skin, it's just the fact that he's Japanese. Oh, hang on a minute. A big thank you to the brave soul who made this submission, and if you'd like to feature the next X-Bellend of the week, use the hashtag on screen, tag me on the platform, or just join the Discord. Now, back to the video. Oh look, a new angle of the latest Boeing crash. Our final story of the day surrounds the Williams F1 team, who showed us just how focused they are for 2025 by shifting their efforts into a 2007 cartoon for Christmas morning. The minute-long feature shows James Vowels on a mission to bring joy to his friends, which given the context of the past year could mean a lot of things. He starts by giving a present to Alex Albon, who just looks about ready to hang himself, then drives over to see Franco, handing him any belongings he left in Williams' hospitality. The mechanics all got gifts as well, presumably free counselling following what their drivers put them through in 2024. Then James visits Carlos, who won't open the door after what happened last time. Following this, Vowels goes away all sad, until he gets a special surprise from his team and it's all happily ever after, which is a strangely positive end to a comedy review, so let's end that with a shot of a Boeing to remind ourselves that life is short and this could be our last new year on Earth. Anyway, thanks to the patrons who get this one early, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Now f*** off.